couple of months ago, Alan and I went through a miscarriage. The night before the ultrasound, I had prayed and prayed and prayed for everything to be okay. We were so excited for this child. When the doctor came in to tell us the news, my initial response was God, how could you let this happen? I don't understand. On the drive home, I definitely felt very distant, like God wasn't there. I knew He was, but in that moment, it was almost like I couldn't go there with Him. I was just so disappointed that I was I need time to process this. But we decided together that what we needed most in that moment was prayer. We decided to reach out to our church community and share with them what had happened. And I think allowing us to grieve and to share our story, but to also then point us to the hope at the end of the situation, that it would get better, that God is going to provide for us, even if it's not in the way that we had expected. I was ultimately faced with a choice. Was I going to let my circumstances affect my faith? Was my faith circumstantial? During this season, I really felt like God was speaking to me through this particular passage in the Bible. It says, "Though the fig tree does not bud and there are no grapes on the vines, though the olive crop fails and the fields produce no food, though there are no sheep in the pen and no cattle in the stalls, yet I will rejoice in the Lord. I will be joyful in God, my Savior." When you are feeling, defeated or disappointed, we need to rejoice in the Lord, rejoice in Jesus, in the hope that He brings. He's been creating so much empathy in me for other families that are going through or will be going through similar circumstances. Hope is not just a feeling that we get. Hope is a person. Hope is Jesus. His purpose for us and His plan for us is so much bigger than any circumstance we might be facing right now. We all have little stories that are knitting together to make a big picture that God is using to bring new life and new creation to this whole world. And I am excited to be able to do my part, to use my story and to show how God has healed me, to use that to show other people how they can get through their stories, their circumstances. You can feel an unexplainable hope, something that doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to feel that. Jesus has renewed me and He's brought me into His hope, which anyone can have.